If you would like to see how all of these new goodies that are coming out are being used in my journal setup, keep it right here. What's up, everyone? This is Priya here. Welcome back to my channel if you're returning. And if this is the first time, thank you so much for stopping by. Here I share tips, ideas, and inspiration to make your planner and journal spreads pretty and functional. All of these goodies release August 4th, 1 p.m. Central, and my code PRIYA10 can earn you 10% off every time you shop. And please check out the full unboxing and the flip throughs and all that fun stuff. It's linked below. And if you like to see such fun setups and like to get creative in your planners or journals, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel and turn on the bell notification so that you wouldn't miss any of the fun videos coming. So let's get to my journal now. So this is the journal setup we started with for the month of September. And this is the first cover page. And I have done some Dutch doors, and it is obviously using a different set of stickers, and that was from Planny Thing. The full unboxing and flip through and the full setup is also on my channel. That releases on August 1st, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and all the release details from all the different shops will be in the description, so don't worry about the timings and getting them confused. So now that we have all of these new goodies, I did get a lot of requests on using the sticker journaling kit, which is fairly new to the planner and journaling community. So I'm bringing in a couple of the Mojo Jojo plans sticker books to lay the journal flat so that I can get to working. And the B5 journal I'm using is from Archer and Olive. And my code Priya10 can earn you 10% off at Archer and Olive, Live, Love, Posh, Planny Thing, Mojo Jojo Plans, and a few other shops. All of that will be also in the description. And we have these two fall stickers that we could combine. And I had lots of ideas to get started, but since I was requested, a few more requests came in, obviously, for the sticker journaling kit. I'm starting with that, and I would be using mostly that. And I also want to use some of those journaling cards which are at the back because they are double-sided. It is going to be a bit of a different setup. I'm going for something a bit more simpler, and I'm bringing in my paper trimmer, which is from Journal Say, along with that paper clip you see. And my code Priya can earn you 8% off every time you shop Journal Say. Again, all the details will be in the description. So I'm just trying to line up that intersection right at that line of the paper trimmer so that I can have the bottom cards cut out. So this is a nice handy size for small projects like these. I do have my big paper trimmer, which I really don't use much, especially for such uses. So as you can see, I'm going to be using both of these journaling cards, these double-sided ones. And of course, it's going to be tough because both the sides are pretty. And don't sleep on these. These are going to be sold out. I have a very strong feeling. So please make sure you shop on time. And again, all the releases and the details and what's coming out, everything will be in the description. So it's a busy week in the planner community, or the journaling community rather. So I'm trying to see where I can fold so that I can keep the prettiness or the beauty of the cards intact. And I'm also trying to see what scraps I can bring in because there are lots of possibilities with this. And I really don't use these journaling cards much, but I thought I should challenge myself and use it for a couple of reasons. Because one, it just adds to the chunkiness of the journal, which I really am not a big fan of because I like my journals to be usable all the way to the end. So I'm going to use these as two separate pieces. So I'm cutting these down further. And let me know if you have planned on picking this up, or I'm not sure when you will be seeing this, but if you are planning to, please let me know in the comments which of these you already grabbed, if you already went shopping. Because if you're watching it after the release day, there's a good chance that it is out now. So I'm just trying to have um, two of those cards which are folded further down. So I'm using my bone folder. So two of those will be folded vertically like this, and the other two will be kept as such. And I will be creating sleeves for use as journaling cards. And I'm using my corner rounder, and that just gives it that nice curved edge. And as you can see, the corners are just getting snipped off. And please find all the products I'm using, including these corner rounders or the tweezers, which I happen to use a lot, along with my self-healing cutting mat. Again, I get lots of questions on where you can find these, because that's an A5 size self-healing cutting mat. Let's just clean up as we go, because otherwise it gets really messy. It takes a couple of seconds if you ask me, but if I don't clean it right away, it just gets messy, and I don't like my desk to be all dirty. So just trying to see where I can have the placement of these cards. I don't want them to be exactly opposite each other, so I'm going to try and play around with that a bit. And I'm also now trying to see where I can have the Dutch door aspect, because I want to have some. I almost went with the pocket cards where I would come and have a slit in the page, which again I have done before, but then I decided to go another route entirely, because yeah, I just did not like how it looked. It's just a matter of placing it, and again, it is more like a creative process, a thinking process, get your creative juices flowing. And if you are somebody who does basic pen and paper journaling, please bear with me. And I also wanted to see if I had, if there's a pocket or a sleeve in which I insert these cards, then I would want a notch to be punched. So that's why I had my round circle punch. That's, I believe, a 1 inch or a 1.5 inch diameter. So I'm going to be using these double-sided pattern paper again. So I'm just cutting off, or ripping off rather, a part of the bottom, and I would love to make some sleeves out of it. And if you notice, there is a pattern in the back which I think will look much better compared to the plain journaling cards we have. So that will be the first position. And again, I'm trying to see, because it needs to be ripped further down. So I will be kind of placing it, because yeah, I think putting it down at a slanted, in a slanted way would make more sense. So I'm just cutting off that part, and now let's get to ripping it. Yeah, just for that rustic look, and absolutely no straight edges there. Yeah. So you see how it all comes together. And I'm also, yeah, I like that it can just sit a bit more snug in the corners. Yeah, so now as I think about it, I think I may have, I'm just gluing it down at the very edges, if you can see if you notice. So that is our, yeah, that looks about right. And that can just, it wouldn't slide out, trust me. It is sitting nice and snug there. And do we need another support on the other end? But I don't think so. Yeah, I think it's fine. And I think that part should be fine. But again, I just had to make sure that was the case. And for the other end, we have another piece. And yeah, I think we can make use of the rest of the piece, which is always a great idea because I don't like to waste the paper. Because once it's torn, it's more than likely it will not go back into the sticker book. That's what at least I see myself doing. So I think having just enough to be used, being ripped off, is always a good idea. And that is our edge. And yeah, let's just finish off that ripped edge and then we'll be ready to glue it down. And yes, just at the edge because I don't want anything being stuck to any other side. So that's our, yeah, so that's our gluing process, and that will complete the gluing aspect of it. Because for the other two, it will just be a folded card. So you can use the cards as such, because I'm just going to glue that down using some of the journaling scraps that we have. So again, it is not something I've done a lot. So I will be getting ready to make sure that I have the space for the Dutch door as well. And let me know how you're liking this process. This is a slightly different video because I know this was introduced this year from Live Love Posh with the Floralia Faith, and it did sell out. And when I last checked, it was in stock after it was restocked once, and I'm not sure if it still is by the time you're seeing this video, but it is a very interesting combination. It was a really smart way of introducing journaling elements into a sticker book. Because with this pattern paper and all those journaling cards, it's always a very versatile and unique sticker book. So with just 15 sheets, it's very affordable too. So you have really gorgeous elements and colors used in here. And there are just one sheet of each collection. So that's the only bummer. If you are somebody who likes to hoard, you might actually want to consider grabbing a second copy just so that you will have these elements for use in your future spreads too. So I'm just going to decorate at the edge of that page. And I really don't want to add a lot more bigger, bulkier elements. So I'm picking something really perfect for that space. And I love that they have introduced lanterns also this time. So I'm just cutting off the edge of that page in the front so that I can have that scene or the florals from the back entirely visible. And with the dot grid journals, I think the placement of the dots are quite helpful because otherwise I know I would have cut that page crooked, especially since I can't really move my head too close to the page because my head would be on camera and in frame. So I would not be enjoying that. So it is really comfortable and easy to cut along a straight line with these doctorate journals. And because these are from Archer and Olive, it is of no doubt of great quality. So you do not have to worry about that ghosting or bleeding if at all you want to add any other mediums. For this particular setup, I'm not, but I have done watercolors, I have done distress oxides. I like to come and have fun with all the elements that are available. And I do get crafty. So there are lots of fun videos that are coming in the next couple of months so that you will have a good variety when it comes to the content. So, again, if you like me to try something new, as in like a new medium or a new brand, please let me know in the comments. And I will try my best to get hold of it because, as an international planner or an international girly, it is not always accessible to me. And even if it is, sometimes it's just too expensive. It would cost me an arm and a leg, and which in that case, which I may hesitate because I like to make sure that I get good value for my buck. So I have a good variety already in the various sizes that I have setups for. So if you are somebody who likes to see me do my creative things on any other size other than an A6, B6, an A5, a traveler's journal, and now this is a B5. So I have even a pocket journal. So all of that, I think we will have a good variety already to choose from. So please find all those setups already on my channel, which have been already published. So please let me know if there is anything else or any other mediums that you would like me to play around with. And I have a full-fledged tutorial with a whole bunch of videos on distress oxides. And I do come and do distress oxides in my planners or journals at least once a month. And that those washi strips are like, you see how easy those things are when you have to combine it with elements you already have. And with the B5, the only difference or the only bummer is that it is not the exact size of the B5. It is just a tad bit smaller than the B5 in length. So you figure out elements or you pick elements which can actually cover up that straight edge, like what you saw me do here. And if it is on any other smaller sizes, I don't think it is an issue because you will have enough length to last through the entire length of the journal. But if you are placing it horizontally, then you might actually want to layer something or cluster a few or lay down something in addition to all these straight washi strips you have. So that's the only thing. And please let me know if you have any specific questions when it comes to using some of these elements you see. And I will try my best to answer your questions because I really want this to be a useful video for you so that you can use every single one of these elements you see in this new sticker book. And don't forget to set your alarms. It is releasing on August 4th, 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. And my code definitely saves you 10% off. And there are lots of items on sale. So you might actually want to check out the sales bin as well, because Live Love Posh products are always amazing quality, and I love that it's another small business for you to support, because yeah, small businesses and family run businesses are the backbone of the society, and I really love to support as many of them as possible with whatever resources I have in hand. So every time you use my links or codes, it truly helps me get more of those, or support more of those small businesses and pick products from them to share with all of you. And I truly, truly appreciate every single one of you who continuously use my links and codes and support me. And please take a moment to subscribe to my channel and turn on the bell notification and share these with anybody who you think will love to see such content and would find some benefit out of all these new elements that are out there in the market. And it's always nice to see creative things being done. So it is always appreciated every time you do that. And I really am appreciative of every single one of you who tune in to my videos every single time. Even if you are a new member of my YouTube family, I see you too. And I truly appreciate every single one of you. And hope you are having a great summer. And we are all gearing up for fall, which I can't even imagine I'm saying, because all August and September, and then it just gets busy, and then before you know, 2025 is over. Time is just flying by. So let me know if you feel the same way too, or is it just me? 2025 went by so fast. And we'll get to use some of these quotes now, along with a couple of those frames, and let's make some cute clusters. And definitely follow me on Instagram. I do share more spreads and more sneaks, even if they don't quite get YouTube videos. Can you see what I'm doing? I'm trying to pick those scraps which are slightly longer than the journaling cards, so that it can just sit there, securing that journaling card onto the page. And there are still lots of these possibilities that are out there with all these pretty stickers, and I'm just using a couple of these girls here now, so I might have to move that coat, which is absolutely fine because they are very forgiving, and I might actually have to move that frame as well a tad bit. Yeah, because I don't want any of those details to be missed out on, so I'm just moving that frame a tad bit up so that we can have that girl sit there quite comfortably, and she can have that wonderful memories right next to her. And again, you see how versatile this is. Even if it is just for a simple journaling, a fall favorites kind of page, it is an absolute stunner. So we have the frame, the big frame on the right page. So I might have to, yeah, I like to keep a balance, especially with such setup. So I'm bringing in this cluster. Yeah, that looks like a good balance. And we have these bows, which can already be, I mean, you can put this together like a cluster, and it does come together quite beautifully. And on this page, we can actually use some of those smaller clusters as well. And I now need some boxes to go here. And I'm just wondering what colors I can use here. And I'm thinking more like greens and green and orange, or pink and orange. Yeah, I'm not sure if we have the correct colors in here. So the orange maybe. And I will grab other sticker books from Live Love Posh, which will have similar colors. So I have the winter allure, and I also have this functionally chic, the green blooms. And I think, yeah, that is the color we can pull in. So you see how all of the elements from various sticker books combine together to make journaling spreads, especially with these ones. I think, yeah, that is a good color. And I like to combine the shapes and the sizes and the orientation so that we can have some interest. So that is our clusters. And let's use those Live Love Posh candle, which is just perfect for that space. And these are just simple ways of adding spaces to your journal so that you can have some interest and some gorgeous designs while leaving ample space for journaling. And please let me know how you like this setup and how you like these colors in here. And also, please let me know if you're ready for fall and if you have gotten to check out the fall releases that are coming in hot. And it's a very, very busy release week in the planner community with almost all the small businesses coming out with the autumn, fall, and Halloween releases. So we will have our definition of autumn right there. And yeah, I also want to kind of make sure that they are nice and snug, or else I will have to kind of have something additional to secure it, which I don't think is needed. But yeah, you can always come and have some changes if at all it is required at a future date. And I think that is it. And please find all the videos down in the description. And please find all the shops, releases, and all that fun stuff, all the upcoming releases in perfect items for the upcoming change in season. And please make sure you are subscribed to my channel and you turn on the bell notification so that you wouldn't miss any of the future videos. And hope you check out all the amazing, don't buy everything. I will say that because there is a lot. You can't quite possibly buy everything. But please make sure you check out everything so that you will know exactly what you want and you don't want. So please make sure that you do that. And I think that is pretty much our setup. A very simple journaling setup. And I know it did take a bit more than a very simple setup, but I tried to do something I've not done before. So it did take me a while to figure this out, but I wanted to put this out for you so that you can see how you can incorporate all these new elements. And I can't wait to hear how you like this setup. And please do let me know which is your favorite fall color. So thank you so much for watching. I will catch you in the next one. Bye.